to another episode. Today is a reaction video, and this one comes from a woman who really shows me what category she's placing herself in. Now, before we get into this clip, I want you guys to think, is she doing business or is this romance? And the reason I'm asking that question is because my dumb ass thinks that, man, these women love me for me. Now let's check her out. Let's see what she has to say.
I never, ever let guys come to my house. I have to be like madly in love with you for it to be super comfortable for you to be in my house, right? So this guy had paid my rent for like 3 months straight. So he was feeling obligated to come over to my house. He was making me feel weird by saying no because he paid my rent. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, I could let him come spend the night. He has been paying my rent, right? So he come to my house. Mind you, I said I don't let guys come to my house unless I'm in love with them. He come to my house, first time coming to my house, he took a shit. My friend like, how you know he took a shit? Because I heard him the whole time. When I say he was giving like, now that niggas at my house, so for a nigga to be coming doing some shit that I don't appreciate or like, it's crazy. I had to cut him off. You took 2 shits and you screamed during both of the and you broke my bed, like, and I was just so uncomfortable. I told you I didn't want you to come. You came to my house and you was taking shits at my house, broke my bed. My dog didn't come upstairs the whole time. My dog was downstairs the whole time, and Bentley loves everybody. He be coming upstairs to be playing with everybody. He stayed downstairs the whole time. I had to cut him off.
Now, this woman, she looks like she can be attractive. So what? She is clearly doing business. This guy paid her rent for 3 consecutive months. At least that's what she said.
So this guy had paid my rent for like 3 months straight.
I'm going to point out a few red flags that you guys may have overlooked. Number 1, she said that she don't let niggas come over her house. Now, if you know anything about women, you know that when they refer to men as niggas, they're used to dealing with criminals or guys who are either selling drugs or doing scams, right? Of course, they wouldn't want this type of man to come over to their house because that man may scam them or bring some unwanted attention to their house. But what this really means is she has a rotation.
Talking to 2 guys right now.
More than 2. 5 men at the moment. Only 5. Only 5.
On top of that, she has neighbors and she doesn't want her neighbors to see what she's actually doing or how many men she got coming in and out of that house. Now, the reason that's important is because the female neighbors, if they actually have a man, they're going to be jealous or insecure because they're going to realize, hey, if she's letting all of these dudes come by, she'll definitely let my man come by, and my man bet not take his ass over there. Next red flag, and this is the biggest red flag. This man paid her rent for 3 consecutive months. This shows you that she's doing business. The first red flag shows you that she's a fun girl. This flag is showing you that she's doing business because I'm sure she probably required him to do something like this. This is clearly Mr. Wallet. He's the guy that's going to continuously lead with his money, whether he's getting something or not, because in his mind, he's thinking eventually it's going to pay off. His investment is going to pay off. This is similar to the guy who buys the woman drinks at the bar and he thinks, yeah, you're coming home with me tonight. But this is also why the dating game is fucked up. Now, here is a huge red flag that I'm sure you guys really overlooked. She has a dog.
My dog didn't come upstairs the whole time. My dog was downstairs the whole time, and Bentley loves everybody.
More than likely, this is a small dog. What this means is she has some traumatic damage that she has not completely healed from. In fact, this damage may be so messed up that she may not even ever recover from this type of damage. Now, she's mad that this guy took a shit at her house, which is crazy because he's paying the rent. And she says she had 4 bathrooms. So that also shows you that she's a nag. She clearly went up and had her ear against the door to see how he was taking his shit. Like, damn. And then she might have even went in there just to check right after he was done. Now, why am I saying this? Because she has a dog. And I can guarantee you that dog has been in her bed. Now, I have a problem with dogs being in the bed because I don't get in the bed unless I take a shower. But I can guarantee you that dog that sleeps in the bed with her, he ain't been washed, or that dog has not been washed every single time that dog entered the bed. When they go outside to take a dump, they're all in the grass, right? Which means they're bringing whatever jumped on them or whatever fell on them or whatever they did outside, that's coming in the house with them, in the bed with her. Next, the dog definitely has taken shits in the house. And the reason I know this is because if the woman is busy or if the woman just doesn't feel like getting up to take that dog out, that dog is going to take a shit in the house. I don't care how trained the dog is, because most of the time the dog isn't as trained as the woman claims that it is. So now that we have the red flags out the way, let's talk about the most important thing. This woman asked if you would cut this man off. Wait, you would cut a man off who's paying your rent or who's paid your rent for 3 consecutive months. That means she's discounting all of the other things that he paid for, all of the other times that he's paid rent for her. Now, 3 months also means that they have some type of history. And when she finally let this guy over, he shitted twice. Okay. He also broke her bed. Now, that is inexcusable. Taking a shit is also inexcusable, but I mean, come on, we're human. But the fact that this woman is willing to cut a guy off because he took a shit, that shows you which category she's placing herself in. Because if you're married to a person, right? Or if you're just in a relationship, whether it's long term or short term, that person is going to have to take a shit eventually. And last I checked, nobody's shit smells great. On top of that, she said paying rent, not a mortgage. Again, this is a place that has 4 bathrooms. If you put her in the wrong category, you will regret it. This is why I tell men to enjoy the hookup culture, meaning adapt to what's going on in the dating market. Because women are cutting guys off who are paying for stuff because he had to take a shit or because he was grunting while he took a shit. Who knows? He might have ate some jalapenos. He might have ate something that had his stomach all bubbling. And who knows? He may have taken her out that night and ate something that upset his stomach. Happens all the time. Now, the funny thing is, men don't talk about it when women do it. But this is the reason why I tell men to get your money up, right? Because when your money is up, that means you're actually going on trips. This is the same woman you will see having a girls trip. Same woman you'll see on girls nights out. Now you actually get to meet her, but this time you get to have fun with her. So fellas, put yourself in position to be desired. Get your money up. Increase your resources. Make sure you have things in place that improve your life. Also, and this is the most important thing, make sure that you're exercising. I believe that being in shape and being healthy will definitely help your sex life or your sexual performance. So be as healthy as you possibly can. Your 60-year-old self will definitely thank you. With all that being said, I have to ask you guys a question. Is this woman right for even talking about cutting this man off? Comment under this video. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.